Ladies and gentlemen, the critics hate the Orville, but the fans, the audience, loves it. You couldn't, I mean, look at this discrepancy here. You can't tell me that who's out of touch. There's definitely someone who's out of touch here, and it ain't the audience, that's for sure. They hate it because, let's be honest, it's not their pet project, Discovery. It's not the one they wanted. They wanted Discovery, this progressive, dreary, dystopian garbage. Let's try another one here. The latest episode of the Orville. They hated it because it delved into sexual. I don't know. The Orville's timing could not be worse. Have not have been worse. Oh boy, was yesterday the exact wrong time to air this episode of The Orville. Seth MacFarlane's Star Trek-inspired dramedy has been pretty hit and miss during its first season. What show have you been watching? The first season has been one fantastic episode after another, but overall has grown into a respectable piece of light sci-fi. Last night's episode saw the show indulge in its worst tendencies, bringing back a plot point the show was better for having ignored. No, actually, if you've been paying attention, you dipshit, they actually brought a plot point to a close in that episode. A plot point that needed to be closed, by the way, for the characters to grow. Fucking retard. Worst yet, it completely undid all the great character work accomplished by last week's episode. Whatever. Looking at it that way, the timing barely matters at all. The episode would have been a disappointment no matter what was going on in the news. Would it though? Would it? I watched the very same episode, and it was, it wasn't the best episode, but it was kind of a goofy in between, because the last few episodes have been fairly heavy. This episode was just kind of a goof off kind of episode. It was refreshing. It was not much, it was good. It was decent. It was certainly better than the trash, the other Star Trek series. You know the one. Disco sucks, by the way. And by the way, we still want to see Bortus sing. I think they were kind of teasing it there, but I think this is kind of a payoff we're going to see down the road of Bortus singing. That's got to happen. I thought it would be a payoff in the episode, but it seems that they're going for a much longer payoff with this one. A high point of the episode. Actually, you don't seem to understand writing for a TV show. To oversee the potential end of conflict. Problems start with a scientist. Yeah, it was the Orville's weakest gag has blah 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 dedicated to make the most obnoxious, unfunny hour of television shows given us yet. I beg to differ. Seriously, even that infant sex change episode is better than this. That was a fantastic episode, you little polyp. That was a next generation episode. That was a next generation episode. Pure and simple. Okay? That was Star Trek. You're looking for Star Trek, that was it. This was a Star Trek episode too. This was a everybody's acting weird episode trope, I guess you could say. But, it's so refreshing that these simple things, And it's probably because they did the whole gay thing. That was probably what set them off, these idiots off. Doesn't matter, it was funny. Go bond to LOL gay. LOL gay. LOL gay. This was fun. It's still funny, no matter if you don't find it funny. So much better than that. No, it really hasn't. It knows what it is. I know what it is. And it's a good show. Sorry. The pheromone plot point, especially tone deaf right now. Who cares? So? Maybe you should be, maybe your sensibilities should be challenged about what is happening right now. Because you're too sensitive. We're all too sensitive as a society. Somebody should, you should be desensinated. Sexual assault and coercion is so prevalent in all the news. No, here's the deal. I don't think it's that prevalent. It's just Hollywood that's doing it. The last thing we need from our space comedy is a running joke about a guy who chemically alters people's minds. Why should a TV show bend to your fucking sensibilities? Sex with him, yeah. He doesn't do it maliciously. Yeah, he's an alien. I mean, Star Trek is full of these episodes with alien creatures influencing people's minds to make them do strange things. It's all over Star Trek. This is a quintessential Star Trek trope or sci-fi trope, and you're so uppity over it. I'm sorry. But yeah, no character suffered more than Dr. Claire Finch. He's been dismissing Yaphet's fantasy. That's Yaphet's pretty good actually. Suddenly, some pheromones make him irresistible to her. I really didn't need to see what Yaphet having sex looked like. That was disturbing, but shock value was kind of funny. uh, yeah, well, we know. Well, we kind of seem to know where your sensibilities lie. So SJW. Okay, that's enough.